quick review of a Makita battery powered saw, the XCU04. Takes two 18-volt batteries, and I've had this saw for about 2 years now, and over those last 2 years I think I've wanted to dislike this saw, but for the convenience that it offers, I don't think it can be beat. For the right size job, of course, as long as you have a basic understanding of chainsaws and you're not thinking you're gonna get Husqvarna Rancher 24-inch saw out of this 16-inch battery powered saw, then you're gonna be, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. This thing, the convenience is just unbeatable for all those small jobs, and there are so many of them. It's not every day that you need a large saw to deal with. I mean, when you want to bust out the big saw and cut some big oaks, some big maples, that's a good time to do it. You get it out, you do the work, you get the gas, you do the maintenance, and you're ready to rock all day. But there are often times where you just want to get a small job done. You pull out some, like here, I pulled out some pricker bushes around just on this old property here. Got them stacked up here. I cut all the roots off, pulled them out, cut all the roots off, limbing the bigger ones, and got a little burn pile started right here to get rid of those, to clear this all up. Back along that tree line there where the creek is, up back behind me, behind the house, we had some really old maple trees. I mean, we're 75 feet high, 3-4 feet wide, just massive trees, and dragged them all back towards that tree line and used this saw here to limb them all. Now, just limb them, that's all I did. I didn't cut them down with that. I had a hard enough time with that Husqvarna Rancher, but this saw limbed them all, and I would say, I mean, there were probably a dozen trees back there, and I probably limbed them all, maybe with 3 battery set charges. That's it. So you can see that was like 2/3 power on the battery, so still plenty of go. Sizes like this, like butter. This is basically where you're topping out. So I mean, that's pretty darn big for a battery powered saw. But I mean, I was doing it with holding the board, the pieces down like a kickstand with my foot. So if you had better leverage, you could go a little bit easier. But this is plenty for limbing trees. This is, a small, medium-sized tree, and you could do stuff like this and this all day long. That would be only in a pinch, but I mean, what more can you ask for a 16-inch dual battery-powered saw here? Like I said, for the convenience, I don't think you can beat it. I think I'll until they come out with something brand new technology-wise, I think I'll always have both. Always have both the battery powered saw and a larger gas powered saw. It's just, it's a pretty unbeatable combo. Get that, a good axe and loppers, and you're unstoppable as long as you don't drop a tree on yourself. The only negative I have, you know, for what this saw's capability should be, the only negative I have is that I often have to tighten the chain back up a little more than I'd like to. It's not that big of a problem. It comes with this latch here. You can just use this as your wrench, so you don't need to scrunch or anything like that. But you can just loosen it here, hold it up by the bar, tighten it back up with the other hand, lock it back in, and you got this little knob here too you can adjust it with for tightness. But you got to do that, you know, every once in a while, especially if you do a big cut. Likes to loosen it up. But like I said, the convenience is unbeatable. I've basically beat the heck out of this thing for 2 years. I thought I broke it multiple times. So, I mean, I've used it to get bigger saws unstuck. I've used it to cut stuff, redo in a house. And I've now, especially now, after this last cutting all these maple trees up and stuff like that, I have done quite a few hours on the saw. And, you know, with Makita coming with those dual chargers, the battery with those fans and everything like that, the batteries charge quick. And if you can get a deal where you can get the 4-pack of batteries, it's a really good deal. I mean, you basically, I think it was like $400, and maybe you can get a big gas powered saw for, you know, a good one for $500, and this was about $400. But for the convenience of this, you know, this is great. I would suppose anybody even watching this review, if you're watching a review for a battery powered saw, this will probably do the job. Because if you do bigger work and you really know what you're doing, you're not looking for a battery powered saw. But I think having both is really, really good. I mean, I would not recommend this, but I can use this saw one-handed. So you can grab onto what you're cutting and do it all one-handed. But maybe that's just for me. That's probably bad safety regulation right there. And you got to have a pretty strong arm. But I've done it multiple times, and it's pretty handy.